If you just got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but you have no idea how to use it, here is a quick walkthrough. And if you're new to the channel, I just want to say welcome. I'm Victor Melcher, I'm a filmmaker and YouTuber, and I love to teach everything I've learned along the way. To turn on the camera, just swipe the screen, and it takes a couple seconds to boot up. And if you flip the screen back to vertical and click continue, now you can shoot vertical video. Although you'll be limited to 3K resolution, so if you want the full 4K resolution, you'll always want to shoot horizontal. And there's a joystick on the left, and you can use that to move the camera. Double click the joystick to recenter the camera, and the record button on the right, just press it once to record, press it again to stop. And you can also triple click the joystick to flip towards selfie mode, or on the bottom right corner, just click the little icon and it'll rotate it as well. And if you have a subject in front of your camera, if you tap the screen once, it will lock focus onto them, kind of like iPhones. And if you tap the subject twice, you can enable active track, which now wherever the subject moves, the camera will automatically track it. Tap once to turn it off. Now, if you tap the bottom left corner of the screen, you can go through your video, photo, panorama. You have low light, slow-mo, and time-lapse modes. If you're filming video, I'd recommend the regular video mode to get the best quality. You can also swipe left to view the video clips you've recorded, and this little icon in the top left corner, click that, and now you can view a little gallery of all the clips you've taken. This little square next to the frame rate and resolution, you can tap it and it's gonna do a 2x digital zoom, or you can use this toggle on the right to digital zoom as well. And if you tap the toggle, now you can control the actual angle of the camera pointing it up or down. You can tap the top right corner to see the battery percentage. And this little icon on the center left, if you click that, you can have access to a couple different smart modes like face auto detect and dynamic framing, which I don't recommend either of these. However, one cool feature is this bottom spin shot. If you click 90, for example, these little arrows will pop up on the left and right side of the screen. So say you can start recording and then press the little right arrow, and now you can get like these cool spin shots. And to exit out of any of the modes, just click the icon again in the left center, click exit, and now you'll be back to normal. Now for the settings, the first thing we're gonna do is swipe up, and now we can control our resolution, frame rate, and also in the top right corner, our aspect ratio. You'll always wanna leave your aspect ratio in 16:9. Resolution, I'd recommend 4K if you want the highest quality. For regular motion, I recommend anywhere between 25 and 30 frames per second, and 48 to 60 frames per second. I would only record in these if you plan on slowing down your footage while you're editing. Next, swipe left and click Pro mode. Now you can control your exposure, white balance, color, and more. Now, exposure and white balance I covered pretty extensively in individual tutorials, so be sure to check out those tutorials, which will be in the right corner. But in summary, let's just click exposure, and if you just want a fun point and shoot experience, auto is a great option for you. I recommend doing -3 to -0.7. This will slightly underexpose your image and keep your highlights from blowing out. On the right is your ISO range, and I recommend sticking between ISO 50 and 800. ISO controls your exposure, and anything past ISO 800 on this camera, the footage will look really grainy. If you want full manual control, just click the little M. Now you can control your shutter speed on the left and your ISO on the right. I'm just gonna leave mine in auto. Click confirm. Next up is your white balance, which this controls the color temperature, making it warmer or cooler for your camera. And if you don't plan on color grading your footage and you just want a simple point and shoot vlog camera to automatically adjust, stick to auto white balance. And if you like to color grade your footage, you'll want to switch to manual white balance. That way your colors aren't shifting. And if you're filming on a bright sunny day, the standard white balance is 5600 Kelvin. Now, if you're doing manual white balance and you're constantly going into different environments, it can be annoying having to go in here and manually set your white balance. So a cool trick if you are shooting in manual, click auto white balance and it will automatically adjust. Switch back to manual, click confirm, and now you have manual white balance and it's quickly set. Next is glamour effects, which if you do turn it on, you're gonna need the DJI Mimo app to control all of the different glamour effects. Next is color. So you have 3 different color options. You have normal, HLG, and D-Log-M. I would stick to normal color profile if you just want a normal looking color straight out of camera and you don't want to worry about color grading your footage. This looks fine. I'd skip the HLG color profile always. But next is D-Log-M, and this will give you a flat, desaturated, low contrast image, which is great if you want to color grade your footage like me. And if you want to learn how I color grade, I have a ton of different tutorials, so be sure to check those out. Next is the focus mode, which you have single, continuous, and product showcase. I would recommend either continuous or product showcase mode. Continuous will give you continuous autofocus, so if your subject just jumps back in front of your frame or comes out, your focus will automatically adjust to that. Next, you have breathing compensation, which I would recommend turning it on. With breathing compensation off, you can see the focus breathing, which it looks like the camera's zooming in and out as your focus is shifting. But with breathing compensation on, it just helps minimize that effect. Next is image adjustment, which you can click that. In default, you won't have any control, but if you click custom, you can adjust the sharpness and the noise reduction. This is all preference, but I turn my sharpness down to -2 and noise reduction at 0. And if you click the little microphone, you have access to your mic settings. I'd recommend leaving your channel at stereo. Leave wind noise reduction off. That setting just does not work well on the camera. And I'd recommend leaving directional audio to all, although you can switch to front and back, or all. That's it. And if you swipe down, we have our last set of menus. I won't go over every setting, but you have a couple essentials like your screen brightness, for example. This little icon in the corner, you can control your different gimbal modes. I'd recommend sticking in follow mode. Basically, whichever direction or angle you point your gimbal in, the camera will follow. This little person, you can switch the rotational speed, which if you want cinematic smooth shots, I'd recommend slow. But if you're vlogging and that doesn't really matter, you can switch to default or fast. This little icon on the bottom left corner, if you click that, you have the rest of your settings. And one essential setting is going to be gimbal calibration. Click this, put your gimbal on a flat surface, click confirm, and your gimbal will automatically calibrate itself. You have access to your joystick speed. I leave the zoom at 4 and the gimbal at 3. It's all preference, so you can try it out. And if you scroll down to reference line, click that, toggle on the grid, and it will give you this 3x3 grid, which helps for framing. And that is all of your essential settings. All right, so hopefully you feel ready to go out and start shooting with your Osmo Pocket 3. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And I have a ton of other videos on the Osmo Pocket 3, so you can check out that playlist as well. A huge thank you for watching. I hope you have a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.